Are you looking to transform your mindset and see the world from a better perspective, but don't know where to start? Do you often find yourself stressed, angry, or anxious? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this summary is for you. In this audiobook summary of Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen, you'll discover the keys to ending emotional suffering and unlocking true happiness. By the end of this summary, you will have learned practical tips and insights that will guide you towards a more peaceful and fulfilled life. Imagine understanding your mind so deeply that you can navigate life's challenges with ease and joy. This summary will show you how to stop overthinking, break free from negative thought patterns, and find the happiness that already resides within you. Stay tuned till the end, as we unveil the secrets to mastering your thoughts and emotions, ultimately leading you to a state of true peace and contentment. Let's dive in and start this transformative journey together. The journey to finding the root cause of suffering. Suffering can be of two types, physical and emotional. While physical problems are often unavoidable and beyond our control, what if I told you that emotional suffering can be prevented? What if you could live a life immune to emotional pain caused by external events? Would you believe it? When you find yourself in a difficult situation, you face two types of challenges, the physical and the emotional. The Buddha once mentioned that the first arrow, the physical problem, is beyond our control. However, the second arrow, the emotional response, entirely depends on how we react to the first. It's entirely up to you to either feel the pain brought by it or to transcend it. Emotional suffering arises from how you react to the world around you. It begins when you dwell on a negative situation long after it has passed, magnifying its impact in your mind. Every day, bad things happen to everyone. While some experience slight discomfort, others may feel profound sadness or depression. The difference between feeling good after such events and remaining unhappy depends on how you handle them. Buddha raised a point. If there is a way to avoid feeling pain, then why are so many people unhappy? Joseph, the author, did not understand this initially. It took Joseph reliving many of his life's experiences to comprehend how to avoid pain. Over the years, Joseph sought answers through workshops, spiritual seminars, yoga, and meditation, changing his detrimental habits along the way. Despite all his efforts, Joseph still felt incomplete. His concerns and troubles persisted. At the end of his journey of self-improvement, his level of worry worsened. Filled with despair and on thoughts versus thinking. Where do thoughts come from? Many would answer, from me, my thoughts come from me. However, this isn't necessarily true. Our thoughts are creations of the universe, innate to us from birth, and do not require any particular force or energy to form. Every day, countless thoughts arise in people's minds without their control. Now let's delve deeper and understand what thinking means. Thinking involves actively engaging with these thoughts. It's an interactive process where you have a choice. You can block a thought or engage with it. Still confused about the difference between a thought and thinking? Let's clarify it with an example. If I ask how much money you want to earn each year, the first amount that pops into your mind is a thought. It arrives without effort. Now, if you multiply this dream amount by 10 and ponder on how it feels and how you could achieve it, that's thinking. You're engaging with the thought, considering its implications and possibilities. Most people don't have a problem with the thoughts that spontaneously occur to them. They're neutral until engaged. The problem starts when you begin to think about them, integrating these thoughts with emotions. For instance, thinking about money makes some people anxious, while it brings joy to others. Your thoughts shape your feelings about a situation. Thoughts and thinking are related yet distinctly different topics. Stop blaming your emotions on your thoughts and start focusing on your thinking. You can't control every thought that comes to mind, but you can choose how to engage with them. Focus on positive thoughts and let go of the negative ones. Remember, you can't feel bad about something if you don't think about it. By managing your thinking, You open the door to controlling your emotional responses and shaping a more positive outlook on life. If we can only feel what we're thinking, don't we need to think positively to feel that way? In the previous chapter, we explored the direct link between our thinking and our feelings. We feel what we think. However, the concept doesn't end there. This chapter dives deeper into how our thinking impacts our emotions and what we can do to manage it. Negative emotions often arise when we overthink about something. Sometimes this thinking is for our safety, like feeling fear when walking alone at night. Other times it leads to stress and anxiety. You only feel bad when you think about something negative. As you feel, as you think. Many people believe that avoiding negative thinking and focusing solely on positive thoughts will make everything better. They think that the more positive thoughts they have, the happier they will be. However, this isn't entirely true. The key to feeling good isn't just having positive thoughts. It's about not thinking excessively at all. Skeptical? Let's test this with a small experiment. Think about the happiest days of your life. Try to recall what thoughts were going through your mind at that time. Most people will say they can't remember any specific thoughts from those moments. Why is that? It's because there were likely very few thoughts going through their minds at all. They were simply living in the moment, not thinking about anything in particular. Yes, some people might remember feeling happy, but that's because they are grateful for experiencing a good life. The question then becomes, did these happy thoughts precede their happiness, or did they come because they were already happy? It turns out these thoughts only appeared because they were already feeling joyful. This experiment teaches us an important lesson. When we stop thinking excessively, we naturally feel happy. Our misery. The thinking process to a state of happiness or non-thinking. Don't stress. Thinking is normal. But spending too much time on it isn't beneficial. Our goal is to live each moment to the fullest, not waste time thinking excessively. Remember, peace already exists within you. You just need to stop thinking and allow yourself to experience it. A calm mind will lead you to a peaceful heart. How can we possibly thrive in the world without thinking? Let's start this chapter with a simple experiment. Think about a time when you were completely immersed in your work, a time when you were so engrossed that you forgot everything around you. Do you remember? Now, think about your thoughts during that moment. Did you have any thoughts? Probably not. When this happens, you enter a different state. You become one with the task at hand. This state is known as flow. It occurs when you are deeply engaged in an activity, losing all thoughts and emotions. You become so absorbed in your work that you completely forget where you are and simply do what you need to do. The state of flow is similar to a thoughtless or non-thinking state. When you enter the state of flow, you are in a state of non-thinking. In both states, there is no room for thoughts, worries, or doubts. Your subconscious mind takes over, and you can focus entirely on your activity. Athletes are a typical example of people who experience the state of flow. When playing a game, athletes don't analyze everything around them. They just focus on the game. They don't think. They just act. Most people refer to this as being in the zone. When athletes are in the zone, they lose their thoughts and simply do what they have been trained to do. The time spent in training prepares them for the game. During the game, they perform at their best. They don't think about whether what they're doing is right or wrong. They just remember their training and play in the flow. Athletes who overanalyze tend to get distracted from their game. This isn't because they lack skill, but because they don't use their full potential. When athletes think too much, they hesitate in their moves and make mistakes, causing them to lose the game. From this story, we learn that most people progress without overthinking. If you stop worrying about everything, you can achieve much more. A world where you don't overthink is a world where you become your best. So, let go of all your worries and fears and just start doing your work. Nothing is either good or bad. Every person has their own opinions. What seems right to some might not be the same for others. You need to understand that not everyone will feel the same way you do. In reality, nothing in this world is inherently good or bad. It all depends on your perspective and the context of the situation. Let's illustrate this with an example. Think of a piano. Notice how it has different keys. Can you say that one key is naturally good or bad? The answer is no. Right. We can only say a key is wrong if it doesn't meet our expectations. Imagine a pianist playing a specific song, and you know all the correct keys for it. If they hit the wrong key, you can instantly tell because it doesn't match the song. Conversely, when they play the song perfectly, it brings you joy because they didn't make any mistakes. Similarly, in life, there is no inherently wrong decision. We perceive something is wrong only when the situation deviates from our expectations. Our judgments of good or bad stem from the meanings we attach to situations. There are certain things universally accepted as truths, known as universal truths. Whenever you start feeling negative emotions, consider whether what you're feeling is truly real. Is the situation genuinely serious, or are you overthinking it? Is it a universal truth? Most often, you'll realize that it's not as bad as it seemed. It was all in your mind. Looking at things from an objective point of view can help you feel better. Once you realize the situation isn't as bad, your negative emotions will disappear instantly. So next time you feel bad, reflect on the world around you. Is it really bad, or are you overthinking it? What happens when you begin living in non-thinking? Potential obstacles, just like with anything, problems will always try to block your path to peace and happiness. Following the tips in this summary won't make your self-improvement journey easy, but it will give you a good start. At first, everything will seem great. You'll make all the right choices and feel good about them. Compared to what you felt before, you'll experience far fewer negative emotions in your life. The problem is that there will be times when your mind starts creating problems. You'll begin to experience doubts and worries, questioning whether you made the right decisions. This happens because your mind is unfamiliar with the new practice. From the beginning of your life, you've been thinking and worrying. Now that you've removed these habits from your mind, you'll feel uncomfortable when there's nothing going on in your mind. It's natural to feel like something is wrong. At this point, you need to trust the most. You need to trust the process and yourself. Have faith that this will work for you. If it doesn't, take it as a lesson to learn from. The unknown can be frightening. The state of non-thinking is unfamiliar to your mind. However, this is the state where the most experiences and opportunities are created. It's the state where you can grow into a better person. Don't fall back into the bad habits you had before. Your mind seeks familiarity. If you find yourself failing repeatedly, it's okay. Mistakes are part of life. What's important is getting back on track. Being in a state of non-thinking is incredibly beneficial, so don't give up now. Keep trying and keep moving forward. Any obstacle teaches you something valuable for the future. Conclusion. First, you learned about emotional suffering. How you react to a situation determines your emotional suffering. You can choose to be happy or sad. It's entirely up to you. You will find happiness when you understand your mind and how it works. The more you understand it, the happier you will become. Second, you explored the root cause of suffering. Your thoughts are powerful. When you focus solely on negative thoughts, your life becomes as negative as your thoughts. Focusing on positive thoughts helps you feel better about yourself and those around you. Third, you understood why people think. Our minds are designed to help us survive. We have a negativity bias that forces us to think about negative aspects of a situation. However, our consciousness makes us aware of our emotions. Stop overthinking and start using your consciousness. Doing so will help you feel more relaxed and at peace. Fourth, you distinguished between thoughts and thinking. Thoughts come to your mind automatically. You have no control over when and where they appear. Thinking is the process of interacting with your thoughts. Most of your problems start with the thinking process. Fifth, you learned how thinking affects your emotions. Most people believe that thinking affects their emotions. Thinking positively will make you feel good, But that's not entirely true. You will experience happiness once you stop overthinking. Sixth, you discovered how to stop thinking. Initially, you must be aware of when you are thinking or allowing a thought to arise. When you catch yourself thinking, let the thoughts come. Eventually, your mind will tire and decide to become stable. Once this happens, you will feel better and lighter. Seventh, the summary explained how you can progress without thinking. When you stop thinking, you enter a state of flow. This is about being fully engaged in your work, losing all feelings and emotions. People in the flow state work more effectively than others. In the flow state, you stop worrying and start doing. Eighth, the summary emphasized that nothing is inherently good or bad. We assign meaning to the situations we experience. Next time you feel bad, consider whether the situation is genuinely good or bad. This will help remove your negative emotions, and you will realize that things improve when you stop overthinking. Lastly, you learned about the potential problems you might face once you achieve the non-thinking state. The non-thinking state is a new field for your mind. It will make you doubt your actions, even if they are good. Follow the practices mentioned in this summary. The state of non-thinking is the most effective path to peace and happiness. Happiness begins within you. You are the only person capable of ending your suffering. This summary has taught you everything you need to know to become better. Your future is now in your hands. Do you want to continue with your bad habits and suffering, or will you embrace the state of non-thinking and live each moment fully? Happiness is within your reach. You just need to take the step. Take this chance and become the best version of yourself. Thank you for listening to this audiobook summary of Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. We hope you found valuable insights and practical tips to help you understand your mind better and navigate life's challenges with ease. Remember, happiness begins within you. By mastering your thoughts and emotions, you can create a life filled with peace and contentment. Don't let negative thinking hold you back. Instead, embrace the power of non-thinking to experience true joy. If you enjoyed this summary, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more audiobook summaries that can help you grow and improve in every aspect of your life. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below and let us know what you found most impactful. Stay tuned for our next summary, and until then, keep striving to become the best version of yourself. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next video.